Well, Trump, no fan of Prince Harry, and who knows what will happen if he's president. Well, I wonder. I'm joined by broadcast journalist Judita Da Silva. Judita, the real question here is, don't the American public deserve to know the truth? Either he lied on the visa forms or was given a free pass by the Biden administration. I mean, it is a fair question, isn't it?
I mean, I think it's kind of, you have to approach it the same way as the topic we just saw you talking when you talked about Princess Kate. These are not everyday civilians. Whether you like or dislike Prince Harry, he's not an everyday civilian. So he's afforded certain protections that the everyday person doesn't have because they don't need it. So to say that his application should be made public information is just unjustifiable, because at the end of the day, there are certain risks he is open to that everyone else isn't, and doing that opens him up even further to that. Yes, there has to be scrutiny of his application, and where there are holes, those holes have to be investigated, but that is something that shouldn't be public fodder, because at the end of the day, we live in this time, the social media era, where everyone feels they have a right to everything, and that just isn't healthy and it isn't justified. And I think that Prince Harry needs to be afforded a bit more grace, whether you like him or not.
Yeah, I get the point you're making. However, a lot of people here, not just Donald Trump, do feel that somehow he's either lied or the rules have been changed. I don't know, but I do understand your point. People in very high positions of profile do need some degree of privacy. Judita, I understand when you saw the earlier clip, I was talking with Trump about the quite rapid rise in support that he's had from black and Hispanic voters, and I understand you've got some thoughts on that.
I do, because it's something that a lot of I've talked about to a lot of black journalists, and I think that this is a moment, a very important watershed moment when it comes to the Democrats and going into the election. You have to understand that whatever opinion you have of Donald Trump, he's very cunning because he comes from a pedigree that speaks to the new generation. He's a TV man. He was a reality personality. He's a social media politician. He knows how to pander. When he achieves something, he bandies it about with rhetoric and lets you know it has been done. When it comes to the black vote, the new wave of voters are not the generation that have a lived memory of civil rights. It's historical learning to them. So the fealty that black voters have kind of always historically had to the Democratic Party comes from lived memory of civil rights affiliation. The new voters don't have that. If you don't appeal to them and speak to a language that they understand, they do not feel that they're beholden to the Democratic vote. And so that is why you're finding that there is an increased move where a black person will now just judge, do you speak a language I understand, and do you appeal to me? I don't care who you are. Until the Democrats understand that young black people don't owe you anything. You have to work to earn their vote. You will lose them to Donald Trump because he's speaking a language that appeals to them, which is glossy, it's flashy, it's bombastic, and it's braggy. And that's the kind of language they understand.
Yeah, no, you're right. It is the young black voters, particularly the young, that are moving to him. Judita, many thanks for your thoughts and comments on Harry and the black vote.